Don't strive for titles. Strive for a life well lived. Too many people strive to get recognition, to get these titles, to get these corporate titles, or these letters at the end of their name so that they can dress up their resumes and their LinkedIns and stuff. But too many times this doesn't really correlate to somebody that's a good leader or somebody that has even a good life. We've all seen stories and news outlets posting things about CEOs jumping off cliffs or jumping off buildings and committing suicide or drinking themselves to death and things like that, because too many times they were striving for these titles that left them empty ultimately. Like, yeah, it was something that they could put on their resume, on their LinkedIn, on their desk, their name tag on their desk and stuff like that. But it doesn't really show how they worked. It doesn't really show who they are. And sometimes it's worth building a good life, building a reputation, building your character versus building a resume, building something that's just based on a title. Like, what does a title even mean? Like, people will see you and see your character and feel your energy before they just see a title and respect that. Like, that doesn't prove that you're a good leader. Just like somebody can be your dad or father biologically, but that doesn't mean that they actually raised you. They actually took care of you. Same thing with the mom. But too many times we let these titles and we let these things, precede us. But you have to actually live it out. You actually have to be what that thing is. You have to be that person. And I think a lot of times people strive for these things and then they get there and they look back and they're like, man, I'm kind of empty. Like, I went and got this degree and got this, now I got, doctor by my name, but I feel like there's something more, that I missed something, that I spent these years, this decade of my life, and I'm still missing something. And it's because it's more about who you become along the way, becoming a good person, becoming a good leader, becoming a person who actually wants to help and heal people, depending on which title you're getting. Like, just because you're a high up authority figure doesn't mean you're a true leader. It doesn't mean you can actually inspire people. It doesn't mean you're actually impacting and changing lives. It doesn't mean that you're actually living out the character of what that title usually would hold for somebody. And I think it's good to think about this earlier in your career. Like, obviously, if you're older, it might be too late, but if you're a younger person listening to this, like, strive to be a person of value versus just going to get a title, going to get that master's degree, that doctorate, that, VP title or whatever it is. And think, are you actually impacting people? Are you actually chasing impact, chasing purpose, chasing things that are going to leave you fulfilled at the end of the day and that are going to be more meaningful, and have employees or friends or families or peers talk about you and highlight, like, hey, this person impacted me. This person was my boss. This person was my leader. This person was a peer that did the same type of work at me at a different industry or at a different company, maybe even a competitor. Or maybe your boss sees you and they're like, man, I tapped him because I saw the leadership potential. I saw how he was impacting his teammates, how he was impacting his employees, things like that. And I think that's going to be more of a meaningful career, meaningful purpose. Or chase what you really want. If you truly want to go down an industry that maybe isn't as prestigious, maybe people are telling you go to be a lawyer or a doctor, and you just have this calling to go do something else, to go be an architect or something, or go to, whatever your path is. Make sure it's what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you have to live your life. Yeah, your parents or somebody might have influence over you, but you have to choose what's going to make you happy when you open your eyes 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, and you don't have a regret. You don't have this hate of yourself because, man, you really wanted to do this, but you chose this other path because that's what everybody was telling you to do. That's what society wanted you to do. That's what your parents wanted you to do. And now one day you wake up and you're feeling empty and you're 45, 50, 60, 70 years old and you have nothing to really show for. Like, yeah, you have a title. You went and got that doctor. You went and became a doctor, a lawyer, dentist, whatever it is. And I'm not saying those professions are bad. That might be what you want to do. You might come from a family of that's still honorable as well. So I'm not saying those are bad, those are very good, prestigious careers, honestly. But I'm just using that as an example. Some people will shy away from what they think they're meant to do, what they really want to do, what their heart and passion is for, to chase another dream that was given to them by somebody else. It wasn't their dream. So don't fall prey to that. Don't fall prey to, trying to get a title. Become the person. This was Consistency Day 142. I encourage you to follow along with the journey. Subscribe, like, share, and comment if you got anything from this. And other than that, I wish you all peace and blessings on the journey.